Hello and welcome to my final assignment for BCM111. Throughout this video, I will be expanding on my research report from assignment 2. This video will be focusing on the influential topic of global film and the conversational and educational opportunities around significant issues that have arose from the power this industry holds. A prominent example of this is the widely studied topic gender inequity, especially the consistency of it arising within our media. For the sake of this video, I will be specifically exploring the scope of gender inequality throughout the Bollywood film industry. Firstly, we will be looking at the history of gender norms commonly seen throughout India, then looking at how this translates through to famous Bollywood films and the global consequences of these stereotypes being perpetuated and normalised through film. I will also touch on the role transnationalism and global movements have played on the change in awareness and opinions on these topics, and the huge power film holds across the globe. The stereotypes and sexist ideologies of women and their role in the relationship that are found in Bollywood movies are largely demeaning and disqualifying. Amongst these are the popular films Sanju, Padmavat, Debang, Rajahana and Cocktail. All of these films, along with many other traditional Bollywood stories, consist of the female characters either getting very little screen time or being portrayed in an extremely stereotypical, cute or sexy way, with some such as Padmavat sparking protests around the lack of romance and trivialising of sexual assault at a time where female suicide rates in India were prominent as a result of rape.
But while this is a great principle, the reality proves to be quite different. Big disparities exist among people in every society. Some people have plenty of capacities and resources, while others lack even basic rights such as education, health, food and shelter. But while this is a great
Given that Bollywood represents Indian cinema internationally, the deeply rooted stereotypes, underrepresentation and misrepresentation found in traditional Indian films trigger significant inequalities in areas such as education, marriage, and general views of what a woman's role should be, and have unfortunately become extremely perpetuated throughout this industry.
The others applauded it for the very reasons. And there lies the problem. Misplaced glorification without condemnation.
With their main purpose being accommodating the husband or the main male character, and taking a backseat, sacrificing their own sense of identity.
And the others applauded it for the very reasons.
Given the heavy relationship between India's film industry and their social and political history, there has been constant evolution around the themes of Indian films, changing from the traditional and somewhat stereotypical family narratives, with very stereotypical roles and unhealthy ideas of romance, to now more directors pushing for a more progressive approach to their female characters and storylines. A key contributing factor to this evolutionary approach was the global transnational movements like Me Too and Time's Up. Both focused on working to break the stigma and fear around speaking out against sexual assault and violence against women. Whilst these movements first sparked in the West, they thankfully made the necessary transition to workplaces in India. The significance of these movements were highlighted when women working in Bollywood started to come forth about their own experiences, resulting in so many allegations of sexual harassment that in 2018, the Bollywood industry was listed as one of the worst industries for sexual misconduct.
We're at a historic tipping point for women. In October 2017, the hashtag #MeToo spread across the globe.
And saying to one of them, would you have sex with a dog if I gave you 100 crores? There may be many more women who haven't spoken out as yet, but 9 women, and today, what must they be thinking? They're saying to one of them,
thousands of women are using 2 words on social media to identify themselves as survivors of sexual harassment. Thousands of women are using 2 words on social media.
An encouraging element of this research was the improvement and gradual change in this traditional and stereotypical outlook on women Bollywood seems to struggle with. Thankfully, it is becoming more common for certain films and directors to produce work that strives for a shift in these industry norms to cater to a more transnational, global world. In comparison to these traditional films we earlier discussed, certain films are now portraying female characters in a more heroic and independent light, featuring women in lead roles on transformative journeys reflecting the improvement of female character developments. In a study conducted by the University of South Africa, 3 popular Bollywood films ranging from the early 90s to 2006 were examined, and the results indicate the significant role transnationalism and global movements have played on the alteration of it was found that good discriminative nationhood prominent in India at the time. The evidence also shows signs of hope for the growth this industry is seeing, with the intentions and storylines of Bollywood films thankfully evolving with the healthy shift in global ideologies. Transnationalism and forward-thinking movements have played a huge role in gender inequality within the film industry, with the power these factors hold being highlighted through the global journey they have made from mainstream Hollywood to less modernized environments such as Bollywood. While a huge part of the sexism experience within Bollywood can be explained through Indian culture and the traditional patriarchal systems, directors unfortunately stayed loyal to the cultural element. Whilst a huge part of the sexism experience within Bollywood can be explained through Indian culture and the traditional patriarchal systems, the cultural element should be utilised as an explanation rather than an excuse. The incredibly influential power both film and culture hold should prevent us with an opportunity to better ourselves and our backwards ideologies to better keep up with the social context of our time. To finish my recording, I will end with a clip from Priyanka Chopra, who is an actress born in India who has made great success and speaks out about the treatment of women in film experience.
Girl, I feel in any industry or the other has in some form of the other dealt with intimidation by powerful men or men in power, because that's norm and it's okay and it was all right, and somehow the girl is the problem and she was asking for it, or if she didn't compromise, or if then her career is taken away from her, or she's kicked out of a film, or her job's taken away from her because she's replaceable. And I'm so amazed and so happy to be living in a world right now where I commend these women who have come out there and stood up for each other, because women are always told to pull each